Hi, it's Up1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Legacy version on Xbox, and today we're going to go on a pirate adventure. You never quite know where a pirate adventure is going to take you, just go to a system and wait for traffic. Now you might end up in combat, you might end up robbing people, people may escape from you, people may ignore your messages, some people will log, some people will run into solo once you start trying to rob them. You never know what turn or twist it's going to take. You don't know if they've got a fighter escort, you don't know if this is going to lead to an evening of PvP, and you know, that is the thing I love about PvP piracy in Elite Dangerous. The player v player element means anything can happen, anything's on the table. Now I asked for 20 tons of cargo, or 20 toms of cargo, which hopefully he understood as tons and not toms, because no, I'm not after 20 guys called Tom, but he ignored my messages, and so now he's non-compliant trader. I can just hatch breaker him as soon as I look at him. Now luckily for me, I'm in the ship that can actually rob cutters, because cutters are a nightmare to rob. I keep saying I might rebuild my pirate cutter, but I have to spend a month as a blue hair to get the shields for it, which I really don't want to do, but I might have to because everyone these days runs cutters. You don't see many Titan 9s, and people are just, you know, they don't want to know when it comes to piracy anymore. They want to get in their cutter with like 5-point defense, fly around with massive shields in an unkillable cutter, and they're very difficult to pirate. Admittedly, the idiot ones that run shieldless cutters that have no point defense, very easy to pirate. But you know, because the cutter can drop and low wake back up almost instantly on any ship other than a cutter, it makes it very difficult to pirate these guys. Now, interestingly, I didn't see the person I originally interdicted, and now I'm after someone else, but this guy is already proven to be a non-compliant trader anyway, so you'll see what I mean. Look how quickly he's gone. I mean, I'm not too sluggish on getting the hatch breaker off, but you know, this actually is a failed piracy attempt. That's how quickly these things can low wake up. They low wake up incredibly quickly, and I should have launched the missile. I didn't want to launch the missile at this point because I was worried about damaging the limpet and killing the limpet. But you see there, I got siphon completed, but then he jumped, which means he might have spilled some cargo into Super Cruise. But when I jump up again, I'm back to the original target. You see, this is what it's like when you're on a pirate adventure. You never know what's going to happen. But that is what's so beautiful about an MMO, and especially when you're engaging in PvP only content, is you never know what's going to happen. It's the thrill of the chase. A lot of your enjoyment is dependent on the behaviour of others, and you just hope that they take it well or have fun with it. Some do, some don't. I mean, anyone who's followed me for a long time or followed the pursuits of the Dark Marauders for a long time knows there's a very vocal collection of the community that despise what we do and do not think there should be any PvP unless it's an absolutely consented dual tournament thing that's pre-arranged. There should be no organic PvP and certainly no attacking of other players for what they consider to be no reason, even if it's legitimate power play. You know, they're the judges of what is and isn't legitimate gameplay. They don't care what the developers say, they don't care about the rules or power play or the lore of the game. If they deem it to be, you know, non-consensual PvP, it shouldn't happen. And there is that very vocal part of the community. Fortunately, I don't run into people like that on a regular basis, because people like that tend to stick to private group or solo. They're not really the sort of people that would endanger themselves by coming into open and risking an interaction with someone as hideous as me that might steal 8 tons of cargo from them and send them a GG and a thank you later. But I did manage to extract some cargo, so I interdicted 3 cutters and 1 yielded cargo. For those keeping track, I interdicted a guy, then another guy, and then back to the first guy. And I did get my limpet off in time and got some cargo. And yeah, all in all a successful bit of piracy. But I did notice they were over in a wing of 4. So this meant there was still more to be done. More piracy. Maybe, or maybe some PvP. I was aware of a gentleman being over here that had chased off one of my pirate ships recently, very successfully in a crate Phantom, when I was trying to pirate my Cobra Mark IV, and I had to leave because he had scramble spectrum lasers, and I don't have any shields on that thing, and my cargo hatch just kept opening and disposing of all my limpets. So I had to, make sure if he's over here I grab the appropriate tool for the job. Now after I finished scooping, I did jump back into Super Cruise, and there he was, actually coming after me. So I went back to my carrier to dump off my cargo, and after evading his interdiction attempt. But I did come back, and we had some cracking PvP. Some much bigger PvP than I expected. So yeah, I'm going to bring you that in a separate video. So that's all. Thank you very much for watching. I will catch you in the next video. And and 07 to all commanders involved in this video. Thank you very much for your time. I know some people get very upset by disruptions to their daily routine caused by pirates.
Oh, for God's sake.